Welcome to the Opal Cave. We've got Coober Peaty Gray with the red color bar. Now, let me flip this. This was a little bit tricky. Color bar is very thin, but it's bright, and there's two color bars, and we kind of have to decide which one we want. Okay, let's get this zoomed in as much as we can. So there's our color bars. There's that bright flat one. It goes, why is there always a hair on the opal? It goes all the way around. It's a little bit wider on this side. I see red, I see blue, I see orange. But it kind of dish shapes like this piece does. The second color bar is below that. And it looks to me like it's going to be like a little pinfire red. Usually these thicker, when the color looks like that, it's typically a bigger pattern, meaning like a flagstone or a broad flash. And these little speckled color bars right here are typically pinfire to floral and that stuff. I think right off the bat we need to split this down the middle right here, because this color bar is way too thin to be able to get it the full size of this. And if we do that, we can actually face this one, this side, from this side down and try to get that solid color bar, because this is kind of a mess right here. We can face this one from this side, using this as our base, have a little bit smaller stone, but we'll be able to see what the other pattern would have been. In this case, we'll get to know which color bar we should have used if we'd have had the stone that was put together in a way that we could have used the whole stone. So that's the plan. I think right off the bat I'm going to split it and not mess around and face the pinfire one from this side. Look at it right there. It's not going to be pinfire. It's going to be like flagstone. That's not pinfire. That's probably a floral or something like that. And we'll face this one from this side. So let me split it. You've seen me cut with the Dremel. I think that tells us that we did the right thing. Look at the witch's hat in that color bar. That dive up and down. As thin as that is, there is no way you could cut that into a stone. If you cut it from this side, you'd have a dark spot in the middle before you or you'd be out of the color bar on the sides before you got to it in the middle. But this one right here, we're going to face from this side down, and this one right here, we're going to face from this side down. Man, I think that one's going to be, I might be wrong, and that might be the prettier side. Can you see that color right there? That's what we're trying to get to without going through it. And it's going to be thin, but the speckled color bar is actually straighter than the solid one. So, let's start with this one. Let's go in. Sorry, hold still. Don't get seasick. I had to adjust you on my super high-tech stand. We'll just take off the bulk of it here on the course wheel and then slow things down when we start getting close. That wavy color bar. What we'll do is we'll try to use that wavy color bar as our dome. Ooh, there it is. There it is, peeking through. Look what's in there. Okay, I don't know why. Alright, let's get our bottom. Our bottom needs to be set up. See how our color bar is not parallel to the bottom? We're going to have to... I'm just doing that by putting pressure where I want the wheel to cut and no pressure where I don't want it to cut. Okay, that's probably close enough for now. We want to leave as much room as possible for any incidental what can we get? Let's look to the template. I really need a 13 millimeter round. This isn't round. That's round, that's round. Where's my small rounds? Is that my small round? That doesn't look quite round to me. I'm missing a template. I can't find my round template, but even on the oval, this isn't going to make a 13. But what can we get? I mean, on the round oval. So there's 13 in an oval. 14, 13.5, 14. We might could try for a 14. Need to smooth that up a little bit so I can get a template on it. Okay, I've taken it down to where I just have just a skin on it, covering that color bar. Let me mark it now. Alright. The smaller we can make it now, the less chance I have of messing up the color bar where I actually want it to be. You know what I mean? If I just try to save all the color bar instead of where I specifically need color bar, I'm more likely to be missing color bar where I need it. Edge right here is kind of down to the bottom edge of the color bar, so I'm kind of taking it away. I want to maximize the color bar, not necessarily the size of the stone, because I think this one has the potential to be really nice. So we'll start with about something like that. Ooh, that one's exciting. Now we got this one. The one I predicted would have the better color bar. We're going to go in from this top now. That's quite a distance to poke in there, but it's angled up. So we need to take more off of this top than the bottom. Man, as pretty as that color bar is, I'm almost second guessing because I could do this one from either side, but that witch's hat right there. It will be too thin if I take it down. Should we wait? We better wait and see how this one faces, because this one could be done from either side. And there's actually slightly more color bar in the pinfire side. So let's see what we can get here. Let's stop it up. Okay, a little nerve-wracking here. I'm going to refine the shape first. When I refine the shape like this, I really need to lean right over the top of the stone so I can look directly on it. And that kind of puts the camera right smack where I need to be. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to have to turn you off for just a second while I finish. I have to be able to look right down the edge to be able to see the high spots to clean them up. Okay, probably have to refine it a little bit more because the top is, well, look what we're dealing with here. See how that color bar dips off to the bottom left there? This thing is wavy. Well, let's see. Let's see what we're going to get.
slowly going down. To the color bar.
I'm worried that chip right there puts us right down, right smack on the smack on the bottom of the color bar. My shape is kind of wonky, but it's going to be that way till I can find out what the top is going to be and clean it up. Wonky and getting worse. But I think we have just enough color bar now to finish that. Okay, we'll keep going down here. Right now, sitting on top of it.
Delicate work here. There's no room for error on a color bar like this.
We still have that chip right there that's affecting us worse than I was hoping it would. It's just about to reveal itself. What colors are you seeing? I see yellow, green, red. Okay, I like our shape.
I don't know how much I like our chances, but I like the color that's showing up.
We should be just about down on the edges. Is that showing yellows to you? That black right there. What is that black showing up right there? Is that potch coming up through? You might have to take that out because that's the problem corner anyway. See what I'm seeing right there? I'm taking the whole color bar down to try and get down to that low spot, and now it's got something coming up to it that we might not want. I think rather than risk the whole thing, we take that out. Nip it in the bud. We're gonna lose easily a carat doing it, but okay, I've got it reduced down in size to where I think I can roll that out. I've got a little bit more breathing room on the color bar right there. We've got just a haze left on the top. And I think from here on out we just go to the polishing wheel, even if it takes some time. We don't have, you know, we don't have millimeters here to play with. We have fractions, hundredths of an inch. If I can mix my metric and standard. All right, let's go to the wheel. Clean up the side. I'm just going to do a regular polish, like I'm not doing anything different, until we have to do a little bit more in areas. I like it better with a little bit more zoom. How about you? Except for now you can't see the wheel. I think on this wheel it might not work as good, but let's try that. Getting closer, just right there. Come on, gray potch, come off of there. You know you want to. I hope it wants to. Not sure if we're getting better. I showed there should be plenty of color bar underneath it. Does it look like it's getting better? Are we going to win? Man, our color bar is getting thin. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know if that's going to come completely clean and not have that haze. When the color's not hitting, we got that little bit of haze, but it's on gray anyway. And I like that enough to not... Look at that color right there, that rainbow all the way around there of different colors. Oh, I really want to just get the whole thing to look like that. I keep saying I'm going to be done, and then I take it a little bit more. A little bit more, and a little bit more is how you end up with nothing. We're not down to nothing yet. No, oh, thought I just popped a sand spot through, but... Alright, I think that right there made an improvement. But I think we're done. I think we have what we're going to get. And then I go a little bit more. I don't want to go any further down. I like it. I love it. Even if I want some more of it, we're just going to fix the bottom so we're parallel to the top. I like our shape. I think we ended up with, what did we end up with? Bigger than that, bigger than that. Oh, it's bigger than the 13, bigger than the 13. Did we actually end up with the 14? Well, 13.5. So that'll easily fit. Could be trimmed down to a 13. That might be what I should do, is now that it's within a whisker of a calibrated cut, but we are good for now. We're gonna take that as a win. I don't even know if I have time to do the other stone on this video. Let me start on it and I'll see if there's anything worth bringing to you. Alright, here's the dilemma. I don't think it's going to get any brighter than that. And we have the other color bar lower, just as wavy as this one. Unless this gives us some indication that it's going to get better, we might have to go through it. Yeah, see, I think what's starting to come up through from the bottom is better than what we lose going through it, but man, the next one down is even wavier. But I would never set a stone that had that weak of a pattern, and that's what I need here, is one I can set. So the wave goodbye to checkerboard green. There's your last one. Let's see what we're going to give up for it, or what we're going to get by giving it up. A little bit of that got brighter. man, it's hard to know what to do. It looks better on camera than it does in person, ironically this time, because the camera's, when I'm sitting here looking at it with my eyes and then looking at the camera, it looks better to you than it does to me. And I still kind of lean toward liking what's coming up through the bottom than, I mean, not as far as the pattern. I much prefer that big flagstone pattern, but as far as brightness and clarity of the face, maybe we can save some of it. Alright, time for the polishing wheel, where we can take her slow. Alright, we're ready to polish it. That's kind of one of the downsides to these gray Coober PDs is I don't know that you ever get the gray out of the color bar. I've never seen one come completely clean. They're gray, and that's where the plus side is the darker base makes the color a little brighter and pop a little better. But the white is more forgiving on that, because if you have a little bit of a skin left on it, that white's more translucent. It can be more crystal-y, especially the crystal. It allows you to have a little bit of more depth on your color bar. Than it doesn't take much of that gray to block and cloud your pattern. But I like it. Tell me what you think. Did we do the right thing? Alright, that was an interesting one. Being able to see the color bar from both sides. Right as I started polishing them, my felt wheel ripped and flipped. This one clear across the shop. And then I went back like an idiot and tried to do it on a part that wasn't ripped, and it flipped it across the shop, and then I was on my hands and knees for 20 minutes. But I found it. And so they don't have a great polish on them. I ordered felt wheels a couple days ago, so they'll be here pretty quick, but looks like I'm polishing with the Dremel until they show up. But let's show you what we finished with. So this is the one from down to the pin fire side. The first one we did. Really like it. Oh, come on. They're so slippery. Anyway, that's a nice one. I'm going to bet that one's 2.5 carats ish. Between 2 and 2.5. Oh! Surprised me. 3.3, over 3 carats, over 3.25 carats. That's a beauty stone right there. That was worth what I paid for the rough on that one, and then this one's our bonus. I think if we went down further, let me see. Let me get you a better zoom. I think if we went down in there further. See how wonky that color bar gets, where it just waves up and down. I don't see it, so where it's low there, but right up at the color bar there. I don't think we could have captured the second color bar as well on this one, and we kept some of that flagstone. Other people would call that flagstone with chaff, I think, but I'm not sure that's really chaff. But anyway, that's a pretty one. It's not. This one is one of the few that are better in camera than in hand. But it's kind of directional and not super bright. But again, I'm not unhappy. It's a fun experience. That one I wondered if it would fit in this ring right here with the round setting.
That could be a possibility. Tiana Francis, winner of the giveaway. That's a possibility if you like that one somehow. I think it's pretty, but it's a little bit different. It's not as bright as some, but it's a big stone. That'll make a statement on your finger. That's a size 7, I believe. Let me know. It doesn't quite fit in there. I'd have to trim it down a little bit. See, it's just sitting up on top of the prongs, but it wouldn't have to come down much. That'd be a 13 millimeter stone. Did we weigh this one yet? I don't think we weighed it yet. Here's the back of the stone. I don't always show the backs. A little sand in it, that's okay. Five carater. 5 carats on that one. Gotta love that. So, what do we end up with? A little bit over 3. We ended up with 8 carats, 8.5 carats total out of that stone. A fun experience. To me, that's what most of it is the joy of cutting it, cutting the opal. While I was out there, I wasn't videoing it, but that big one I did yesterday developed a crack in the top, so that's about a half the size it was. I actually like this stone better, but I was doing that. I just didn't video it because I didn't want the video to be too long. But to me, the experience of cutting the stones. So one of the guys that I just bought some nice rough from had sent me a video of some really high quality. I think he was asking $20 a carat or something like that. Coober PD. And I have some coming already, and I have probably enough of that stuff. So I was like, oh, that's really nice stuff, but I'm probably not interested in buying it right now. And then, like yesterday, he sent me a video of some rubs, and it turns out that nobody had bought them as rough, so he rubbed them all and just showed that like they're wall-to-wall color, top to bottom, beautiful. But to me, it was like, well, you took all the fun. That's what I messaged him. You took all the fun out of them. Seeing that emerge from the stone is what I like. It's not necessarily even just having the stone. As soon as I have a stone, it goes in the pile, and then it's not the stone you just cut. It's the next stone. Just like everything, it's like not what you have, but what could be in the next one. It's kind of like the Robert Frost poem for gold. There's gold, and it's haunting, calling me on as of old. But it isn't so much the gold that I'm wanting, as it is just the finding the gold. And that's what the opal is. Watching it emerge and doing all the things right. There's the ring I'm wearing. Doing all the things right, or sometimes doing things wrong and then trying to fix it. But is the journey. Tell me what your favorite part of opal is. Comment if you would what your favorite part is. Is it, what is it about opal that you like? Like and subscribe if you would.